How's it going, everyone? Hopefully you're doing well. Today we're going to be reviewing the Leo 1, but just before we get into that, I'd like to say if you're not already subscribed, then please do, because we're pushing for 1k subs. We're getting close now. We're at 908, I think, at the time of recording this. So it's the 18th now. Maybe we can get to 1k subs before the end of the month. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, if you're not subscribed already, please do. And yeah, let's now get into the review of the Leo. So the Leo 1. This is the fastest medium tank at tier 10. It goes at 70 kilometers an hour. It's got an amazing gun with 0.25 and 420 alpha with 278 pen. You can use this tank as a TD if you so choose. At the start of games, you'll, especially in my map guides, you'll sometimes hear me saying that I go here in my Leo at the start to get some quick damage, because you can get to the spots where you know enemies or the light tanks are going to be, and then you can shoot them as they're doing their own thing. Like, this tank is deadly at the start of games, especially just to get some quick damage done. If there's a spot that you can hide in a bush, shoot the light tank, then back off straight away, you can get in and out of that position in no time and then move on to the next one. So you can get a quick 400 alpha, you know, it's 420 alpha, but it can go all the way down to, what even is it? 315. So yeah, you can get at least 315 damage out of it, because for some reason all the tanks in water tanks decide to hate me and not do any damage, but that's besides the point. 420 alpha, you can get that quick shell in, then back off straight away and move on to your next position. Premium rounds wise, it does get 323 millimeters of pen, which is ridiculous. This will go through nearly everything, apart from, you know, like a chieftain's turret or something like that. But it's super nice to have this, and because it gets lots of ammunition, as you can see, you can actually take a pretty good variety of ammo in this tank. Another thing that I want to mention is 105 pen on HE means that you can easily pen EBRs with this thing. Just go and, if you're at the start of the game, load a HE round and you'll pen a light tank with pretty much ease. So that means that your alpha damage can then go up to, well, look at that, 382 to 613. It's kind of insane. Just looking at the stats of the gun, you know, 510 alpha on the HE rounds, 0.29 base accuracy, and it goes all the way down to 0.25. This gun is very, very nice. But that's quite enough of kind of talking about the gun. The armor wise, doesn't really have it. Concealment, it's good enough at 20. Spotting and view range, you can get this tank to where it doesn't have coated optics like I have and get 470, or you could put coated optics on it and you'd have over 500 pretty easily. You can get like all the way up to like 520, I believe. So yeah, you don't need coated optics on this tank, and when you load it up like this, it's very, very nice to use, because you're then just making this gun even better. And you're trying to mitigate any dispersion values that might be bad about the tank. But that's quite enough about the tank. Let's now compare it to everything else, and how it kind of stacks up against the rest of the mediums. Okay, so here we are on Tanks GG, as you can see, and I've got a selection of tanks that are similar to the Leo one. The STB one is the only kind of tank that's a bit different from the Leo, just because it does have armor. However, you can play it in a similar way. It's also not got very good accuracy in comparison to the Leo or the other tanks, but I wanted to add it there just as kind of a baseline, because quite a few people know what the STB1 is like. DPM, it's got the third best. Obviously the STB1 has the best with 3000 base, and then you got the Centurion Action 10, and then you got the Leo 1. Now, the one thing that's kind of surprising here is that the E50M gets the least. Now, if you also take a look at the penetration, it has the highest. The Leo 1 is the highest. It doesn't matter about the penetration too much. They're all kind of similar, apart from the STB1 again. Damage-wise, 420. All the others, excluding the STB1, 390. Okay, so the E50M gets a slower rate of fire, so that means a slower reload time, less damage per shot, and therefore has way less DPM. I think Wargaming need to address the E50M a little bit. But okay, that's fine. As you can see, it doesn't have the best rate of fire or the best reload time because it does have the higher alpha damage, so that's expected. But the higher alpha damage does make up for it because then it goes up to the good DPM, and it's only, what, 10 below the the Centurion Action 10. So yeah, this isn't too bad. Honestly, the gun on this tank is one of the best features about it. In fact, the gun on this tank is the best feature about it. Shell velocity doesn't really matter. You're firing APCR as standard and premium, so it's going to be fast. Another fun fact about this tank, its premium rounds are the second fastest rounds in the game, which go at like 1.6 or something meters a second. Max range doesn't matter. Ammo capacity is 60. You can take plenty of shells, and that also means that your potential damage is a lot as well. Again, E50M, I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, I think they need to address this. Moving on to the gun handling. Now, this is where a lot of the stats are hidden from the actual game. You have the aim time, the dispersion, the elevation and depression. All of them things are in the game. But these three here are the ones that you really want to look at. This is every time that the tank is moving, how much bloom you're going to get. This is every time the tank turns, is how much bloom you're going to get. And this is every time the turret turns, is how much bloom you're going to get. So this 0.07 is stupidly good. Okay, it basically has very, very similar stats to the E50M. As you can see, 1.7 aiming time, 2.1. Like 2.1 is okay, considering the fact that you get all of these stats that are so good. If you look at something like the Centurion Action 10, 0.12 on every time that it moves the turret means that it's going to bloom a lot more than the Leo 1, than basically all of these. So you really, really have a very good gun and a very good stable gun when it's turning or doing anything. So if you stick vert stabs on this, it gets even better than that. Yeah, you're looking at a very, very solid tank. It does also mean that you don't need to use vert stabs on the Leo 1. So you can get away with having optics if you so choose, and then you can boost your view range up even more. Yeah, it just depends on what type of player you are. Optics can really help you out, especially at tier 10, and especially as you already have pretty decent base view range. You can easily get that up a lot higher than most of the other tanks you're going to see. Depression and elevation is fine. 20 elevation, it doesn't really matter too much. Depression is -9. It's not the best. It's a joint second with the Centurion Action 10 being -10. However, the STB1, as we all know, does have the hydrodynamic suspension, so that can get to -14 when it is going slow enough and will go over a hill at the front of the tank. So yeah, the STB1 does win, but if we're looking at it, it's kind of second because of the Centurion Action 10. Mobility wise, as you can see, it doesn't have the best stats for medium, hard and soft terrain. Now what this is soft is going to be like your swamps and stuff like that. Hard is going to be gravel and, you know, rocks and whatnot, and medium is just going to be like grass and, you know, general stuff like that. Medium is what the most of the maps are made out of. And then, you know, you have soft, like in Lakeville, if you go Valley, that will class as soft. So these stats are just how much it will slow your tank down. As you can see, it doesn't have as good a stats as the M60 or the Centurion Action 10. It doesn't really matter too much because they're very, very similar. However, at the same time, the Centurion Action 10 does have the most engine power. It is the heaviest, so that is why it does have the bigger engine power, but you're then losing out on basically all of this because it doesn't have as good power to weight as the Leo 1, which means that if you're going up hills, this tank is going to be so much faster. As you can see, the top speed is easily the fastest. It's 10 kilometers an hour faster than the M60 or the E50M, and it's 20 kilometers an hour faster than the STB1. So yeah, the Leo is faster than all of these tanks. And it should be because it has the least armor out of all of them. Honestly, these stats don't really matter too much. The rest of this, I'm not going to bore you to death with them. Armor, it doesn't have any. And the rest of these is just whatever. Let's now go and get into some gameplay, because I think we've spoken enough about the stats of the Leo, and you can already pretty much see how it compares to everyone else. So yeah, let's now get into some gameplay. Okay, so we're on Cliff, and this is going to be live gameplay. Just literally, as you can see, I've got a few missions, 6k damage. If we get 6k damage, that would be pretty decent. And also set someone on fire. But yeah, this is live gameplay. I didn't want to just go and find a random replay that has like insane damage. Because with the live gameplay, we can actually turn on the engine sounds as well. With the live gameplay, you get to kind of see what the tank is actually like to play. And how you can play it. What I'm going to do at the start, if this Progetto gets out of the way, is actually go to the back, and I'm going to see, one, we're going to wait here and see if anyone's going to push up over this way, which it looks like they are. And we can shoot him. No, okay, he stopped. But that's fine. I just want to try and get some shots on the two light tanks. Doesn't matter. Now we're going to go all the way around here and just try and see what's going to happen. Mainly because this tank does play better at distance. So there's not really too much point of trying to push people. If that makes sense. So we want to be as far away as possible. And because the gun is very accurate, we should be able to get some shots off on people. This T100LT looks like he wants to go for it. So I'm thinking that he's going to go for it in a second. But honestly, I don't want to go too far forwards at the moment. And I want to see how this battle is going to play out before I do anything and commit to anything. Another thing that could be an issue is that. I was literally just about to say, is people coming around from over here. The EBR just died, so okay, he's then moved up. Okay, so we got a Centurion Action 10 over there, which we know we can't out DPM because it doesn't have the better DPM unless we set it on fire or something. And I also don't know what else is around there. The Kran could be coming round. We've got plenty of tanks kind of around here at the moment, so we don't really need to worry about this. And we have a lot of tanks down here. Now, I don't want to overcommit, because if I overcommit, then I can't fall back. So we just got to be patient at the moment. We don't want to overcommit to anything. Try and stay safe. That is at 60 TP. Oh, I can't pen apparently. Okay. And I get spotted for it. Sure. We're going to go down into this dip and just see what happens. I can't actually get shots on him at the moment. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a turbo game, so yeah, we might die here pretty easily. That should have penned. That is pathetic. I don't know how that doesn't pen. There is free artillery in this game, so I'm a bit worried about that, but that's okay. I'm just going to try and get as much damage as is possible at the moment. I'm going to keep taking shots. Now, I don't want to get knocked down there, so we're just going to put one into... Okay. Well, there you go. There's the first game. Unfortunately, it's a turbo game because... There you go. Like, what are you going to do? This is World of Tanks at the moment. My team just doesn't want to play the game, apparently. Let's move straight into another game because this game is useless to try and even show you the Leo. Okay, so in a complete surprise to absolutely no one, that game ended in a 15-3. So yeah, as you can see, we lost 38k because we lost. It's tier 10. You're going to lose credits, especially if you're using food. However, the good thing about this tank is that it doesn't get kind of expensive standard rounds. And you do get very good pen on them, so there's that. Ah, Minsk. Okay. Okay, this is actually not that bad. We've got one artillery, so that's not too bad. We also have 3 scouts, which is... So what I'm going to do is load HE, and we're going to go to that spot over there in that bush to start off with. See if we can get a HE shot on someone. who wants to be over aggressive, and then we'll switch back to APCR, so we can then continue shooting people. And then from there, it's just dependent on how the game's going to play out. Because I don't want to... Kind of like... Also, I've got a really annoying bug at the moment. Every time I press control, my game freezes. So yeah. Also, when I press escape for some reason, I don't know why. But yeah, I probably need to reinstall World of Tanks. But okay, so from here, we can actually spot anyone that's going to be coming up to the middle, which they should be in a second. Oh, I could have got a shot on the grill. Okay, there's the T-49. How are you doing? There you go. How are you liking 500 alpha damage? I think he really enjoyed that. One artillery, so I'm now going to back off, because I guarantee you he's going to be shooting at me. Especially as I'm one of the only people that are spotted at the moment. So we're going to try and get behind here, which is some solid cover. We're now actually going to go back up to that bush. I'm going to try and shoot across on the Conqueror and all the other tanks over there. And we can also try and shoot the any more light tanks that peek up. As I've said, APCR, it does get very, very good shell velocity. So you can... Wow, okay, I was talking and I missed it. You can easily snipe people. Don't know where that shell went. You can easily snipe people with this tank. You don't have to give too much lead, which is another great thing about it. But at the moment, we just want to see how this game's going to play out. It looks like we've lost this. I don't know why or how that's happened, but it has. This EBR is... Ooh, hello. There you go. Nice shot into him. It's for 396, so yeah, we low rolled, but you come to expect that with this tank. Honestly, you're going to low roll quite a few shots. Let's put a shot into him as well. We can actually keep him there if we get lucky. Okay, we actually tracked him there. So I can just keep this guy perma spotted and tracked. Like, come on, game. One of the most accurate tanks in the game and you can't hit anything. Come on. Oh my god, come on. What a joke. Come on. There we go. Good job. And we get the assistance for it, so hopefully we can now finish this guy off. Okay, he died before we got there, but that's fine, honestly. 268 version 4. What's the Conqueror doing? Can you imagine if we pen that? Okay. I think that I have to leave this now. Because we're going to lose by the looks of things. And I want to get out of that position before it gets overrun. So what we're going to do is back off. We're going to try and get some shots on people that are going to be over here. Oh my. Okay. EBR decided to YOLO into the middle. But that's not too bad for us, to be fair, because we can just try and snipe him as he's running away. And of course we hit his wheel because that tank's completely fine. Honestly, just remove the stupid mechanic of spaced armor in the wheels and the EBRs are fine. Yeah, IMO. You don't need to do anything else to them. They don't have the view range, so they're fine being fast. But now it's just a waiting game because we can't push anywhere. We don't have the armor to push. So we got to wait. Now I knocked these trees over. I've pressed control. Just give me a second. I've knocked these trees over. Okay, there was actually a hill there, so I couldn't shoot him. Ah, this is really annoying. There we go. I'm fully aware that I can be shot from the middle. But I want to try and kill this EBR. If I can get this EBR dead, we're in a lot better position. I should be able to, I should be able to spot him if he... Oh, that is a tank that you want to shoot at. Well, you would like to shoot at it if it wasn't facing you. But there you go. I guess the EBR's in this bush then. All we have to... Oh, there we go. There you are. Welcome back, EBR. How are you doing? EBR knows that I can one-shot him. I was waiting for a clean shot on the T-49 rather than just rushing it, because that was an important kill, because that's another light tank that we can get rid of. So I didn't want to rush that shot. And I didn't really have a clear shot because of the pillar in the way. But we should now, hopefully, if we kill this EBR, we're in a very, very good spot. I also really like how my team's complaining to me that I'm not playing the game correctly, or how they want me to play the game. This is how you play the Leo. If you're playing the Leo any other way, you're just... Wow, that should have hit. You're doing it wrong, because this tank doesn't have armor, it's got a great gun. You play it as a TD, a bit like how you play a charioteer, if that makes sense. And you can actually win games quite well, because now we've taken out that S1. I know there's only light tanks over there, and the EBR is in the middle of the map, so I'm now going to go and help my team to try and go push over this way, which we should be able to do. So hopefully, I know I can turn here, Max. I missed a turning. Don't worry about that. But Emil 1, I'm going to kill him. There we go. And we're now going to just wait a second because we want to be unspotted. And what we can do, we can help with the Jagdtiger and hopefully save our Jagdpanzer 100. In fact, we're going to load HE now and go for this Gorilla 15. We'll ignore that. 2, 1, okay. That's fine. Load AP now, back again. How does that miss? That should not have missed. What? Okay, that's... Okay, that looked like it missed on my screen, but apparently no. Now we got to kind of take some damage. Thing is, I don't want to trade with this Conqueror, actually. I need to back off. I'm going to back off, and I need to help this Jagdpanzer 100 stay alive. SG 1:30 PM should spot anyone that comes my side that I'm just leaving. So what we're going to do is push out of here. And there's probably a Jagdtiger like there. That should have penned. Come on. How do I hit the gun? T-44-100 would have been reloaded. That's fine. The FV is all the way at the back of the map, which is okay too. All we need to do now is just wait, allow our tanks to get into position, and we've won the game. In fact, I was going to go and run away and try and get into a better position, but I don't think I'll be able to do that now. I didn't get spotted from the conch, so I'm going to now go and try and flank them. We should have this game in the bag now, so... That's fine. We put one into him. We're going to reload. He'll reload before... That's a joke. What a absolute joke. We've lost the game because of that. Actually, what health are you on? No, he's okay. He's on full health. That's fine. Pretty much full health. I can't believe that. That's such a joke. Okay. Well, that really annoyed me, but you know what? It was one of the closer games. As you can see, us actually staying... And it's going to crash, freeze my game again, but As you can see, if it ever loads, give it a second. As you can see, being over here really actually helped our team because our team was spotting this. And who the hell said? Hang on. I can't even remember. Report all Leo 1. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Me sitting here allowed our team to spot this, and I can just put damage into them. Like, honestly, I'm the best sniper on this team. I have the most accurate gun. I have not the highest alpha, but you play it like a charioteer would. A fast, mobile TD that doesn't have armor. So yeah, like this actually helped us win the game pretty well. We got some unlucky shots on the EBR. The EBR should have died a long time ago. And we also missed out on some damage, and we got absolutely fisted by RNG at the end of the game. But overall, and I've just unclicked off control because, yeah, I don't know. If anyone does know a fix for that, please tell me. I'm going to reinstall the game. Hopefully that fixes it. Why is the 268 rushing the shot so much? You don't need to, man. But yeah, hopefully that does fix my freezing. I don't know why. It's really annoying me. But yeah, I'll see you at the after this game. Okay, so we got 4.4k damage, which is very, very nice in the tank. As you can see, we did lose credits. You're not gonna... I mean, we would have only lost 5k if I wasn't using food, so it's fine. Honestly, it's actually a good free-to-play tank. All you have to do is just not use food, and then you're fine. So even if you don't use food, your dispersion is like still 2.6, I believe. So yeah, we came second on damage done. We probably could have got about 6k damage if we didn't get ammo racked, which is another thing about this tank. It does get ammo racked and set on fire quite a bit because it has 0 armor, so you would expect it to be, and it does have quite high module damage. But yeah, overall, very, very good game. Second class because it wasn't that much XP, and it was against tier 8s. But yeah, overall, solid tank, and one of my favourite tanks in the game to play. It's just a beautiful tank, and honestly, if you're grinding up this tech tree, the Leo PTA is basically the same thing, but just has a longer reload. It gets exactly the same gun. It has less dispersion, and it has a longer reload. But apart from that, it gets more dispersion because the higher the value, the worse the dispersion. But it gets exactly the same gun besides that. So the Leo PTA and this are very, very similar to play. Apart from that, like the rest of the line is kind of a bit... Yeah, but yeah, that's a Leo. If you did enjoy this video, then please do subscribe because it does help me out. We're going to try and get to 1k. And yeah, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you all in a bit.